Hi guys, it's Caitlin, and today I'm really excited to bring to you my October wrap-up, a quick overview of my October book haul, including a book you haven't seen before, and my November TBR. So in the month of October, I had a very optimistic TBR, which I'm going to be completely honest, I did not accomplish. Also, I just want to apologize if you hear like kind of a weird dripping sound or if the light's a little off. It's been raining for the last few days here, so you might be able to hear the rain, and it's kind of hard to get good lighting when it's raining outside and there's clouds everywhere. But anyways, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into what I did accomplish in my mostly failed Spooktober TBR. The first book I completed this month was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. This book follows a girl named Kath as she goes off to college with her twin sister Ren, but Ren has decided that she does not want to be roommates with Kath, so Kath has to have a new roommate, and she's completely outside her comfort zone. I gave this book about 3.5, maybe 4 stars out of 5. I liked it. I didn't love it. It took me a long time to get into it. I'm not sure, I think I said in my last video, if it was because I was in a reading slump or I just really didn't like it. But right around the middle of the book, it really picked up for me. My reading slump ended, but then I still found the ending of the book rather disappointing. And it kind of felt incomplete, and to me, where that worked in Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, it felt like a cop-out in this book. So, yeah, not my favorite Rainbow Rowell book. Since I'd started that book in September and needed to finish it up, the rest of the books that I read this month were a little bit more on the creepy side, so the next book I picked up in October was The Killing Woods by Lucy Christopher. This book follows dual perspectives, Damon and Emily, after a girl named Ashley Parker is killed in the woods outside Emily's house in their town. And Emily's father, who is a retired soldier suffering from severe PTSD, is believed to have killed her. So it's basically Damon trying to prove that Emily's father did kill her, even though he doesn't even remember what happened that night. And Emily trying to prove that it didn't, and I really loved this book. I've seen a lot of people give it bad reviews, saying, oh, well, I really, really loved Stolen, and then The Killing Woods was really disappointing. I haven't read Stolen, but if people are saying that Stolen is better than The Killing Woods, I'm definitely going to pick it up. I loved this book. 5 out of 5 stars from me. I found both perspectives very, very unique and interesting. I loved both characters, even though I didn't necessarily agree with all of their decisions. At no point in there did I just want to kill everybody, because I really did love these characters and the story, and I just really, really enjoyed this. The next book I picked up this month was Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendar Blake. This book follows a boy named Kaz, who is a ghost hunter. His father was killed when he was a child by an evil ghost, and since then he has picked up his father's enchanted knife and taken up his father's ghost hunting mantle, traveling the world hunting down murderous ghosts and killing them, with the goal of tracking down the ghost that killed his father. And this book takes place when he moves to Canada in search of Anna Dressed in Blood, a young girl who was murdered brutally in like the 40s or the 50s, who still haunts the house she grew up in, tearing strangers into little pieces. I gave this book, I think, a 4, maybe 4.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it. It was creepy. There were scenes in there where I could just picture it in like a horror movie setting, like Supernatural, or just like its own scary movie. My only issue with it was there were a lot of characters in there who I didn't like, and I think that's kind of what's supposed to make it realistic, and I do understand that that is realistic, but I could have used a few less of these irritating characters and just more Anna Kaz. That's all I really wanted was Anna Kaz, and that's everything. Another book I finished this month was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, book 6 in the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Obviously a 5 out of 5 stars for me. This is like my 7 billionth time reading it, but it was my husband's first time having the books read to him, and it was a great experience. This book killed me inside. I cried so much. If you haven't read the Harry Potter series, I highly, highly recommend it. There's a reason that everybody's read the series and everybody's loved it. Definitely pick it up. And the final book that I finished this month was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, book 7 in the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling, the final book in the Harry Potter saga. And obviously, 25 out of 5 stars. I loved this book just as much as previous times, maybe even more. When you turn to that page where it's like 19 years later, it's not even sad, but I just cry. Like I'm getting emotional now. I just cried because the book is so good, but it's over. There's nothing after this, and I'm in mourning, I'm in hangover, I'm like forever upset. I'd forgotten how devastating it is to finish the Harry Potter series and know that there's never going to be another one after I grew up on it. But yes, definitely amazing. I obviously knew all the deaths that were going to come. I sobbed hysterically during every single one of them. I was reading this book out loud to my husband as well. And there were numerous times when I would literally be reading the chapter like this, and then he did this, and then he did this. And it was so hard, and then I would have to, after I finally finished the chapter through my tears, I'd put the book down and I'd have to have a break because I was falling apart. I love this series so much. It's such a huge part of my life and my childhood. I started rereading this series in August or end of July, and I finished it now, and so much love. So these are the books that I managed to complete this month of October. I'm not overly proud of myself, but I can't be too disappointed. That's 5 books in a month, and I have a lot of school and stuff going on, and I have work, and I literally am going 7 days a week. Like, I haven't had a day off since Labor Day. So yeah, I'm not going to complain too much about my reading. Now we're to the really exciting part of this video, which is my October book haul. If you watch my October 6th book haul, then I'm sure that you saw 3 of the 4 books, but I do have another one, so I'm just going to review them real fast and then show you the new one. So as many of you know, this is the 10-year anniversary of the release of Twilight, so I wasn't planning to pick it up, but I did pick up the 10th anniversary edition anyway because it has life and death on it, which is right here in the middle. You get a split where the one book ends and the next book begins. And I'm really excited to have new Twilight to read, even though I never thought I actually would be. And then obviously, since I was at Target and freaking out over a book I hadn't even previously wanted, I had to pick up the book that I did want, which was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This is kind of a spin-off of Fangirl, completing her fan fiction or whatever about Simon and Baz. I'm really excited to read this book. I've heard great things about it over at Catty-tastic, because apparently already read this book 6 or 7 times, and that's crazy, so I'm really excited to get to this. I'm definitely pushing it up on my TBR because I bought it, but I wasn't sure when I was going to read it. But clearly it needs to be soon. And the final book that I picked up that day was obviously Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the illustrated edition by J.K. Rowling, illustrated by Jim Kay. This book is gorgeous. There are so many friggin' minute details that every time you look at it, you see something different. For example, that is a golden pig on the front of the Hogwarts Express. I guess it kind of makes sense, but it also kind of doesn't. I'm really excited about this. I know I just read this book in July, but I really do feel like these illustrations add to the story so much that I think I'm going to have to go back and reread this book really, really soon. For those of you who aren't aware, Scholastic is going to be putting out all of the Harry Potter books, again, 1 per year in the illustrated edition. So next September or October, whenever this next book is going to be coming out, which is Chamber of Secrets. Year after that, Prisoner of Azkaban, so on and so forth. Obviously, even though they're like $5 million a piece, I'm going to be picking all of them up, and I'm so, so excited that they chose to do this, because not only is it adding so much to us people who have loved Harry Potter since the beginning, but it's also opening it up to a whole new group of children who might not have necessarily been exposed to it before. I feel like this definitely opens it up to an entire new generation, and that's so exciting to me. And the final book that I picked up this month that is not included in my October 6th book haul is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. I've heard great things about this book. This cover's gorgeous. It's magical realism following a girl named Ava Lavender who is born with wings. It's basically a contemporary about a girl who has wings. And she's just trying to figure out her life, and my understanding is that like some religious zealots become obsessed with her or something. I'm not really sure. I'm really excited to get to this. I've heard such wonderful things about it. And look at that cover, seriously. Can you tell? It's like gilded. It's gorgeous. So these are the books I picked up this month. I spent too much money, but I didn't buy anything last month, so I think it's okay. And finally, we're to the third and final part of this 3-part video, and that is my November TBR. So the books that I intend to read this month, the first of them is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Obviously, I just talked about this because I just reviewed my book haul. I'm really excited to get to this. My sister read it before me. I loaned it out to her because I didn't think I was going to get to this till like Christmas time or maybe January, but she said it's really good, so I definitely need to read it before she loses her memory of what it was about so that we can discuss it in detail, and hopefully I love it as much as everybody else seems to. I'm really excited for this. Apparently there are a lot of Harry Potter parallels, which I'm going to need because I'm in my Harry Potter hangover, and hopefully I love this. Hopefully. If I don't, I'm going to be so freaking sad. Then the next book I'm picking up, I should have picked up months ago because it is on my 2015 New Year's resolutions. And the fact that I haven't even started it yet is a testament to what a shitty person I am. And that is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, the first book in the Mortal Instruments series, following a girl named Clary Frey who discovers that she is a shadow hunter. I've obviously read the first 3 of these books, and when it was originally going to be a trilogy, but my New Year's resolution this year was to restart and then complete all of Cassandra Clare's novels, because I read the trilogy, and then I read the first book in the Infernal Devices series, and then I just stopped, and I don't know why because I own all the books. So I'm going to restart and finish this. I'm going to just power through it, hopefully by the end of the year, although how this last couple months have been going, that's probably not going to happen. But yes, the next book on my TBR is City of Bones, followed by City of Ashes, and finally, City of Glass. I'm probably not even going to get this far. If I complete more than this, I'm going to be so excited. I know I'm going to cry a lot during this one because I did the first time. That toy soldier scene killed me inside. I still think about it and I still cry. But hopefully these books will actually give me a little bit of relief from my Harry Potter hangover as well, since these originally did start off as a Harry Potter fanfiction, whereas Jace was Draco Malfoy. And let's be honest, I love Draco Malfoy. So once again, these are the books that I am hoping to complete this month of November. Fingers crossed for me because I haven't been doing really well, but I want to get into it. I want to accomplish my New Year's resolution goals and hopefully do it well, and I want to finish this series in time for that new series. I can't remember what it's called, but the one that's coming out next year, Lady Midnight, and I need to get my game together because I loved these books and it just needs to happen. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe, comment down below, let me know which of these books you've read, which ones you've purchased, which ones you want to read, what you thought of them if you have read them. If you're not even interested in reading them, just talk to me. I really want someone to talk to. So thanks so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye!
So sweet, I can hardly speak due to such trauma in my teeth. But your body language is telling me that you're worth the pain. So weak, I can hardly keep shaky legs holding up my feet. But your body language is telling me that I'm not to blame. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect sense. I've become what a mother wouldn't want in the sun, and I have done a few things I regret. But practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect sense.